expanding railway lines, sprawling highways, and towering skylines. This is how China's growing influence is changing landscapes in Africa. Billions in grants and financial aid are helping pull African countries out of poverty. The similarities between China and Africa's histories have helped foster this special relationship.
The Chinese themselves are transforming themselves economically. Let me just put it like moving from a developing status to probably a developed status. And here are the Africans who actually have a similar situation. The issues that the Chinese and the Africans want to address are the same. Issues to do with poverty eradication, issues to do with just transforming the lives of their own people, issues to do with industrialization, issues to do with infrastructural development.
Infrastructure, in particular energy and transport, are key enablers for economic growth, as is appropriate technology, which China has been helping Africa adopt since the Technology Partnership Conference in 2011.
Post-independence Africa has largely been restricted to agricultural development, and most of the aid from developed countries was coming in to assist in terms of food. And China at the forum discussed and I think put forward a new thrust in terms of how to aid developing countries to develop together. And science and technology was then, of course, as the subject of discussion, a major talking point, because the Asian experience is that if any modern countries to develop in this day and age, it must use science and technology.
A successful FOCAC summit earlier this month pledged $60 billion in fresh financial support to Africa, $156 million in emergency food aid, and $60 million for an African military rapid response force. That will cement relations even further, but it's not just financial support that underpins the mutual respect.
China, is willing to negotiate with Africa. China is willing to let Africa, develop their own way, their own African way, without pushing them. China gives Africa an opportunity, to use local resources to develop themselves, without imposing conditionalities.
The Asian giant has won praises for sharing its culture and way of life, helping to effectively build bridges between its people and Africans. Earlier this month, Zimbabwe rolled out the red carpet for a country it calls its all-weather friend. It's a friendship that's endured from Zimbabwe's liberation war up to now and looks set to be sustained going forward. The visit by President Xi Jinping yielded deals worth $4 billion, a crucial lifeline for Zimbabwe. It's financial aid that means this country can look to the future with optimism again, as can the rest of Africa, which has an ideal partner to help it realize its potential. Farai Makutuya, CCTV, Harare, Zimbabwe.